Hello boys and girls. Today Katherine and Ricky are going to make a tea brack for Halloween. Okay, so first we're going to look at the ingredients we're going to use. We're going to use some plain flour. We're going to use yeast to rise the flour. We're going to use some brown sugar. We're going to use some tea for the tea brack. We're going to use a cooking apple. We're going to use an egg and some mixed spice for flavoring. Okay, so that's everything I think. So that's our ingredients. Our utensils, we're going to use a big spoon for mixing, a big bowl. It can be plastic or it can be glass. We're going to use a peeler. We're going to use a spatula for scraping. We're going to use a fork for beating our egg. We have already used a pastry brush to put oil on our tins, and we have our tins lined and ready. That's very important. And first we're going to turn on the oven to 160 degrees. Isn't that right, Ricky? Turn on our oven to 160 and it'll be getting hot there. Okay, we're going to measure the flour first, aren't we? Can you put down the fork for a minute, because we're going to get very busy now. We're going to get our measuring cup. We're going to get our... Look, you get your ones, they're here. We're going to get our Daddy Bear cup. Look, the one with the red. Yeah, the Daddy Bear cup. It's the full cup. We call it in school, we call it the Daddy Bear cup. Because it distinguishes, we have a Daddy Bear cup, we have a Mammy Bear cup, which is the half cup, and we have a Baby Bear cup, which is the quarter cup. And it's a nice way of learning the cups. Okay, you mind Baby Bear there. Okay, so we're going to dig deep into our flour, and we're going to level off with a knife, and we're going to put 2 in, aren't we? We're going to put 2 in. 2 cups. Ricky's very anxious. Look, here's your bowl. Put down that cup. Because when you're cooking, you have to be ready, okay? So I have my 2, so we're going to get your 2 now, all right? 2 for Ricky. 1. There's 1 for you. Put that into your bowl, into this bowl. You were making one cake and I'm making the other. Okay, did it all go in? Oh, you're so good. Lean in and give it a good shake. All right. Now you have to put this one in. Go on, lean it in and give it a good shake. Make sure it all goes in. Good boy. Well done. Okay, so that's your flour in. Okay, so we're going to put that away. No, we're going to use, this time we're going to use our spoon. So now we're going to get a half cup of brown sugar. And you can level it off. Now I'm using dark brown sugar because I want a nice dark colour, but you can use whatever you like, dark or demerara or mix. No. Now, look, in your sugar, now mix up your sugar inside. Good boy. I have the brown flour and the sugar in here. Right, next we're going to put in a teaspoon of mixed spice, isn't that right? And we have to heel it out because the spoon is too big. Okay, 1 for you. Mix that in, please. And 1 for me. Okay, and I'm a bit like Ricky now. I made a bit of a mess. So that's a bit of extra spice. It'll be grand. So in here we have our flour, our sugar, and our mixed spice. Next, we're going to put in the very important ingredient, which is our yeast. We're using dried yeast, packet yeast. It's available in all supermarkets. And we're going to use 1 packet. It comes in doubles like this. We're going to use 1 packet for each, okay, for each cake. So it's easiest to open with a scissors. Do you want to heel this into your cake? Now put down 1 spoon. Yeah, do 1 thing at a time, boys and girls at home. That's it. Now you shake that. Good boy, that's very good. And mix it in now as well, okay? Good mixing now, please. Okay, so we're going to mix it up there. So that's the yeast. Now, yeast needs 3 things to grow and to rise the bread, whatever bread you're making. It needs food, which comes in the form of sugar. It needs moisture, which will come in the form of tea and egg today. And it also needs warmth. It needs some heat, but just hand hot. If it's any hotter, you kill the yeast. And that's why when you're baking a cake with yeast, it rises outside the oven. And when you put it into the oven, it stops rising. So into our small bowls, we have 2 small bowls, haven't we? We're going to put a cup of tea. What's wrong? And a cup of tea. I'll be giving it to you now in 2 minutes, okay? And then we're going to put in a cup, just keep your cup level, a cup, 2 cups of mixed fruit. Sorry, so 1 cup of tea, 2 cups of mixed fruit. So that's my bowl, and this is Ricky's bowl. And I'm going to put this into the microwave and give it 1 minute 30 seconds, and that will heat the fruit and the tea enough, that was cold tea, enough to heat the yeast, okay? So cover it when you put it into the microwave and give it 130. Okay, and we'll do the same with Ricky's in a minute. Right, how are you getting on? Will I give a little mix? Will we give a little mix round and round and round? Oh, that's such good mixing, Ricky, isn't it? Such good mixing. Yeah. And you have your, show them your lovely apron. Yeah, you have a lovely apron, haven't you? Yeah, look in there to the camera and tell them about your apron. Say, it's my apron. Apron, that's it, yeah. And what are you making? We're making a cake, isn't it? Cake, exactly. Now, we are going to be putting in grated apple in a minute, so I'm going to start and just peel the apples. Peeling my apple, and I've heated the fruit, and we're now going to take out the bowl. So it's just barely warm. Right, so here you have your bowl. Are you ready for your fruit? Yeah? Ready? I'm ready too. So we're going to make a well in the center, just a little hole in the center. And I'm going to put in my mixture in there. You can see it's a little bit hot, but it's just kind of hand hot, a little bit warmer than hand hot. So we'll gently stir that around from the center out. And this will heat the yeast and it will begin to grow. And you'll see it get sort of a little bit bubbly after a while, okay? Here, you want to beat the egg for us? Will you beat this egg for your cake? Right, yeah. Good boy now, careful not to spill. Okay, and I'll beat my egg here for my cake. Okay? Lots of noise. Yeah, that's how we break the albumin, isn't it? We make loads of noise. Here, I'll give you a little help. Yeah, you give it loads of noise, okay? And in the egg, and we'll mix it all now in a minute. And we're now going to grate the apple. So 1 medium apple, you know, a small enough apple for it, or you could use a Granny Smith apple either. Now this is quite a big apple, so I'll just share it between the 2 of us. These graters are very handy, these flat ones, for fingers that mightn't be so steady, like grannies and toddlers. Isn't that right? There you go, and we have a lovely pile of apple. So I'm going to put a bundle of it in here, and I'm going to give the rest to Ricky. Oh, look, Will you take it out? Will you bring it out with your hands? Good boy. Put it in your hand and pull it out. Look. That's it. Yeah. Pull out the rest of it. Yeah, get it all. Good man. That's it. Good job. Good job. Okay. Good work, Ricky. Okay, so we're mixing away now. So the apple gives a lovely flavour and your mixed spice. And the mixture now is just slightly warm. It's absolutely ideal. So we're going to put it into our tin. I'm going to put it into a big loaf tin. And I'm going to use my spatula for scraping. You want a spatula, do you? Say it, spatula. There you go. So hold your bowl or get somebody to hold it for you. Close to your tin and let your mixture fall in. Now you see that mixture is kind of dropping consistency. If it's a bit drier than that, that's okay too. Okay, so that's what it looks like in the tin. So we're going to cover that with a bit of, mind that bowl please. We're going to cover it with a bit of cling. Just put it loosely on it because yeast grows with no air, okay? So we just put it on top of it like that and just leave it in the kitchen for about half an hour or whenever it suits you. You could leave it a couple of hours if you like, but we'll get a bit bubbly if you leave it too long. So I just leave it about 30 minutes and then pop it into the oven and cook it for about 40 to 50 minutes. It can take a bit longer. Half an hour since I showed you the cake, right? So you can see now how lovely, can you see how shimmery and soft it is and how it's bubbled up over the edge, right? I had cling over it and I took it off when I saw it bubbling up, okay? So here's Ricky's one, has bubbled up nicely too, but it's going to be a smaller cake, but it's okay. And then just to show you the difference, there's another one just made. So you can see how much it rises up out of the tin. So these two are going into the oven now and the others later, and I'll show you them then. And of course, don't forget to put on your oven gloves when you're putting them in the video. So I hope you have fun making that over the next few days. Happy Halloween, everybody. Say Happy Halloween.
Happy New Year.
Try it again. Happy Halloween.
Happy New Year.
Oh, that was very good. Well done.